Yes, those are snowshoes. Whitetail Dimension is in Ontario, Canada today. It is December 26th, and we are checking out some hunting properties in eastern Ontario. Just to give a little perspective, we're about 3-4 hours north of New York State. So my wife is from Canada. She came down to the States to go to college, and she made the mistake of meeting me. So that would be why I would be in Canada. But it's December 26th. We're combining a family visit with a Whitetail Dimension business trip here. I've got access to, I don't know, at least 1,000 acres, 1,200 acres of land that is owned by family and friends of hers here. And I've actually done a little hunting here in the past, but the plan is to work out some lease agreements and work this in to the yearly rotation of hunting. I would like to do mid-October, come up here for a week or two and catch the beginning of the rut here, and then get back down to Missouri and hunt our spots down there. But this was there was no snow on the ground until 2 days before we left to come up here. So it is about a good 18 inches of snow, and if you don't have snowshoes, you are not walking. So I'm going to do an abbreviated tour of a couple places today, but it's beautiful country. I don't know what the deer population is like as far as what the bucks are like, but it doesn't matter. It adds to the fun and challenge of what we do at Whitetail Dimension, and it's just neat to come up here and be able to do what we love and see family and enjoy it that way. But I'm going to do a little video, offer a little footage here today of some of the spots we might be hunting, and go from there. But it's beautiful, truly is. This particular spot is not heavily wooded. Oh, and you can catch muskie in that creek. Yeah, it's a creek to me, but they call it a river. But you can actually catch muskie in that thing. Any deer sign is going to be hard to find, and probably a little misleading. And it's been snowing since we got here, so it's just fresh powder on top of a crust, and it's going to be tough. And I would have liked to have come up here before the snow hit, so I could actually see some deer sign and maybe pin some spots to put stands. We're just going to walk around and just enjoy it a little bit, and not make too big a deal of it. Beaver sign. Another interesting thing to note about this particular part of Ontario, and maybe it's north too, but this southern part of Ontario is actually It's different type of habitat, but it's similar to the Midwest in that it's farming area. You know, there's cattle, row cropping areas, and so there, you know, it's not as ag oriented as we are back home, but it's similar. So, but the thing I wanted to mention is that the turkey population here has just exploded in the last, I don't know, 20 or 30 years. My wife was up here in the summer and then again in the fall, and she says the turkeys are everywhere, and that's what, you know, our family up here, you know, they talk about the turkeys are just thick and they're everywhere. So that's something else we might want to do, is do some turkey hunting up here. Again, there's fresh 6 inches of powder on the ground, so seeing any sign is probably not going to happen, but and it's okay. We'll just enjoying the scenery and getting some exercise in these these snowshoes. But yeah, the turkeys are thick, whereas that's quite a contrast to Missouri, because population has declined quite a bit there in the years, and you would think in this northern climate that the you know, the turkeys would have a little bit harder time to, you know, to maintain a population, but I don't understand the science or the why for it, but it is, and it could be an opportunity. You know, it's I'm not a big turkey hunter, but I do know that when you hunt in places where the population is high, it makes for some fun hunting. So that's another thing we may want to do here. But let me show you.
We saw tons of turkeys